Loyalty or respect?
I mean, they're one and the same. You know, loyalty is respect. Yes, that's part of the DNA of respect. Is loyalty comes with it. But like loyalty is whether it's loyalty is not convenient. If you can't just be loyal when it's like easy.
Convenient.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if there's a bag of money, but you got to do the wrong thing and be disloyal to somebody when you walk in. Oh, I don't
robbing friends.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And just so sometimes respect to me guides you and protects you from everything. If you lead with respect on anything, the right things will happen. You understand? I've never seen respect put anyone in harm's way. I've only seen respect always protect you. And then also, the ultimate test is always like to disrespect the people you love to get something physical, like some bread. You understand what I'm saying? That's the test. You know what I mean? And tests aren't meant to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what my test would always be. It would be like, am I gonna play my culture or am I gonna get that dollar? You understand? And I just couldn't do it. Am I gonna play my family?
As many times I'm sure you could have played the culture.
All the time. Yeah. All the time. You know, that was my problem with the music business because it was such a disloyalty to my culture to exploit it the way it was being exploited and letting other cultures exploit it and not saying nothing and being like it's alright just because I'm making money. So just because I'm alright makes it, because I fought through it, it still didn't make it alright to just sit there and watch them rob the rest of the culture to me. That's why I always fought for it. You know what I mean? There was like guilt with it always. You know what I mean? Just being around people I didn't want to be around.
And you used to ask those questions of people in the business that exploited the culture and would play those games in culture. And when you ask those questions, what would be the normal response for them? It was just about money.
You know, at the time it was like I was feeling it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I really couldn't believe, like even to watch someone from another culture be around a culture they care nothing about just to make money from it. Like that must be like kind of like hell for them. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw people that weren't from the culture be around people that they didn't like. So in my mind it was like you get what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden you're engulfed in the world that you want no parts of, but you'll sustain it or be around it just to exploit it and make money from it. So good, you in hell too.
And it's not something you really want to do.
Exactly. You understand what I'm saying?
That would be hell. That is.
I just was like I couldn't believe that people would be so disloyal to themselves. So I was feeling it out, and I had to actually see the actions to really be really sure of it. And the things that I saw made me sure, just based on my experience, that I didn't want to be around those people. And then I just was like, yo, like you could keep doing it. I'm just not doing it with y'all. I didn't want to play that game with y'all. I'm not doing the rob my culture game.
Yeah,
I do something else.
And it's a big headache. It's a big headache, especially with you when you had all the artists and you telling people like, don't do that, don't go there. Listen,
then you arguing with people.
Right.
It's funny when you telling people. It's just like everyone's on the Titanic, and I'm like, yo, you about to hit an iceberg, and they're like, get out of here, like you crazy, just be quiet. Like yo, I'm telling you, you're gonna hit the iceberg, and a lot of people hit the iceberg. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure right now they like, damn, I wish I would have listened to Damon when he was telling me to get off the Titanic.
Some people froze, some people
they drowned.
They drowned.
Yeah, they froze, drowned, the whole nine.
Oh,
Tank had to get on people's boats they didn't like. Get the lifeboat. They got to ride behind in a little boat.
They see you on the little boat with the light, and you like, all right,
shit like that. Right. But you don't wish nothing bad on nobody. You really want people to get it. It's just I be like, you don't get it. To me, it's my responsibility to tell you. If you don't listen, I did what I was supposed to do. I'm gonna give you the information. If you listen, that's on you. At least the onus is off me. The karma is. I like to be karma free. Like that's like debt free. Karma to me is like debt. So when you fuck up and do something that you know isn't right, just because nobody's looking, doesn't mean you're not gonna pay later. You might not pay now, but you're gonna pay later.
But one thing
life
you're gonna say something. You're gonna say something about it. At least say something to the person. I mean,
well, I'm a person that I wear what I feel on my sleeve. So it's just hard for me because I'm honest. So I got this thing like once I feel something, I say it as I feel it. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not strategic about it because I don't see the reason for it. You know, I don't want to disrespect the person by bullshitting them. I think, like, to me, if you bullshit me or you try to, like, say something indirect or try to pad it, that's like saying I'm a bitch-ass nigga to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't take a direct conversation. Like, get to it. Right. Like, what you think I'm
like
tender?
in the circle, especially. Like, yeah, tell me the real.
Just
like,
go straight to it. Like, why I gotta beat around the bush?
Right.
You know, direct. Like, I don't ever think being honest with anybody is ever disrespectful.
The whole concept of nigga, do I have a booger on my nose? Like, let me know. Like, why you got me sitting here? Like, you let me know.
Tell me, man. Like, so sometimes it's offensive. Like, yo, what do you think of me? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I also noticed that when people start to talk too much, that usually is because they're bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? When they get off the subject or get loud.
I've been on a few business phone calls with you, and you're like, I got it. You tell them like, bro, because they keep going and going, and eventually you find out that they was on some bullshit.
Well, that's fluff. I call that fluff. I don't like fluffy talk. I don't want to talk none of that fluff.
Nice and
Nah, it's just don't try to distract me with all kind of bullshit and shit just because you can't get directly to the point because you don't know what the point is or because it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, fluff, beware of fluff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like talking to fluffy.
What could happen. Now, let's talk about the real. Let's talk about what's going on.
Don't be fluffy.
Don't be fluffy.
Yeah, I don't like fluffy.
What's happening? This is the big homie Kenyatta. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube page. And if you haven't already, hit the notification so you can get an alert each and every time our hip hop motivation videos come up. And also, thank you for your support. Peace and blessings.
In life, everyone's dealt different cards, and I was dealt a diabetes card. I'm a type 1 diabetic.
My sister's godfather's diabetic, and he developed type 2 diabetes.
When I was younger, I really didn't know anybody else that had diabetes. Not many people talk about it when they have it. They look at it as a weakness, where I look at it as a strength.
People with diabetes feel this sense of shame or depression.
I never felt
that. I feel like a diabetic.
That card got dealt, you deal with it. This was like ghetto gourmet right here. So you telling me this isn't gonna affect my sugar or nothing? And taste this good?
No, I don't think it's gonna affect your sugar at all.
You know any diabetics?
It runs in my family.
Really?
Yeah.
By 2030, there's going to be a third of the population is going to be diabetic.
Me as a diabetic, getting with a person that's not diabetic, it's like basically giving them the disease with you. Diabetes is not a weakness. It's a place to showcase your strength. It shows that you could do everything that everybody else could do plus that. You just became diabetic?
Yeah, I just got type 1 3 years ago.
If you want to learn more about being a diabetic and being cool while you're diabetic and the lifestyle of a diabetic, check out the Dash Diabetes Network.
Listen, for mad years I walked around with my neck looking like a Nestle Crunch bar. I had to do something about it. What I found is that a razor bump is nothing but an ingrown hair that curls into the skin and causes the skin to become enlarged or inflamed, making it look like a bump. But it's not a pimple. It's a hair that grows into the skin causing inflammation. You have to remove that hair, and then you have to use yourself a nice skin astringent, something that can do the trick, something that can get rid of those razor bumps. So what did I create? Bump Assassin, organic skin astringent. To order your own bottle of Bump Assassin, go to hiphopmotivation.bigcartel.com.
When you writing a book, Dave?
I'm writing. I also have a book. I have a book called Culture Vultures. Yeah,
What's it called?
It's called Culture Vultures. Have you ever looked at the hip hop motivations that I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Me and Kenyatta did a book, and it's already written. He wrote it. We done with it, and I'm also giving it out in different ways. So it's gonna be an auditory experience as well.
This is serious. The fashion game. Culture Vultures, the book. In business, Damon's a guy that's worn many hats.
Yo, you can either think of a master plan or get mastered by somebody else's plan. Check it. As a barber, one of the most important life lessons I learned is to never do anything without seeing the ending result first. Before I understood the value of seeing results, I used to waste a lot of time sometimes doing double work because I didn't have a vision of where I was going. Then I started taking consultations more serious by not even turning on my clippers until I had a clear understanding of the result my client was planning to see. And in turn, it became easier to achieve the style they wanted to see in half the time. Real talk, the most successful barbers and beauticians are the ones that see the ending results before they start any service. Write this down. Before making any moves, know where you're going. Deciding from thoughts of being sick and tired of something, starting something, or admiring something can be the emotions that fuel change. Because write this down. Emotion leads to passion, passion leads to action, and action leads to results. Word up. Question: what's the #1 killer of dreams? If you said fear, you're wrong. Fear is on the list, but it's not the number one killer. The number one killer of dreams is comfort. The comfort of a good paying job or in an active relationship can seduce us for many years into the rhythm of accepting things without making any moves to change, further numbing us into a state of zombie-like passiveness. Write this down. Passiveness will cause your dreams to pass you by.
Dash thing. Nah, I don't want to chill out, bro. You know what I want to do? Believe in yourself. Build your own personal wealth. Then that becomes personal health. Think I'm rhyming. How about that?
Everything go down here. Just gotta, know what I mean, be a little smart.
I see you grooving right now.
I was in my groove.
Yeah. I started daydreaming. I started thinking about something.
I'm a musician.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to spend all kinds of money. I like the dollar, I like the euro, I like the pound, I like the franc pause, I like the yen.